Excellent. We've got the beautiful, the lovely Hyung Park. How about a big round of applause for Francisco Gonzalez? Next up, we've got the lovely Joanna Herrera. And how can anyone forget about Jesus Sanchez? Next up, we've got the wonderful Leslie Johnson. We've got Ashley Yakub. Hi, girl. And last and certainly not least, Eric Nunez. All right. He's taking a minute to pose. Head on over there. All right, so let's get started, guys. Our very first, we have all of our wonderful actors ready? Yes. Okay, our very first story is called What You Get for Being a Tourist. Could I please have Garrett and Jason come up on stage?
Hi, everybody. My name is Garrett Kimball, and I was very lucky to get to mentor Jason during Young Storytellers this year. And Jason, many of you probably know him. He's really, really awesome. That's right. Who is it? Is his class in here? Jason was really cool, and Jason had such an imagination. And Jason and I were the last ones to finish, and it's not because we were slow. Because Jason had such an imagination that every time we would write something, we'd write a sentence and then Jason would think about it and go like, you know what, I think I want to change it to something else. And he just kept creating the story and creating this story. And he did such an awesome job. I think you guys are going to have a really good time watching it. Jason, I'm going to ask you, why did you want to tell this story?
Because I like watching like those movies where they're in space and just think space travel is kind of cool.
Awesome. Now you have a hint. The story is about space travel. Let me present the world premiere of Jason's story, What You Get for Being a Tourist.
What You Get for Being a Tourist, written by Jason Young. Interior, NASA shuttle, passenger area day, Earth's atmosphere. The year is 3012. You see the inside of a space shuttle, looks like a hotel with wings. Dr. Drake, 33, wearing a lab coat with a NASA Tours logo, excitedly passes out pills and cups of water to nervous passengers.
We are about to leave the Earth's atmosphere. Take this. It will help with the nausea when we get into space.
As the doctor walks into the cockpit, Liam, 45, a loud Irishman who looks like a leprechaun, turns to others.
Don't take it. They are trying to poison us, I tell you.
The doctor overhears Liam as he walks into the cockpit. Interior cockpit day. The pilot, Lieutenant Charles, 43, buff with a 5 o'clock shadow and a patch over his right eye, works with the joystick as he tries to get the shuttle out of the Earth's atmosphere. There's a second joystick where the doctor sits down.
Lieutenant, it looks like we have a crazy person on board this time. And a leprechaun? Yeah. Should we open the hatch and let him out now? Maybe later. For now, time to update the tourists.
Lieutenant Charles picks up the microphone.
All right, kids. We'll be arriving at Moon Base at 0800 hours. And if you look out the left side of the shuttle, you'll see the North Star. Just messing with you. I'm the only one who has a window. Thanks for taking this NASA tour to the moon. Now sit back, relax, and hope you took that pill, because once we're in space, your guts will be coming up like a shaken soda can.
Yeah, that was real comforting.
I said it just to let Mr. Leprechaun back there know what he's in for.
Interior passenger area space. Suddenly, as the shuttle is leaving the atmosphere, they hear a huge boom. Boom! And everyone falls flat on their face. Oh! Two passengers, an old stuck-up French guy wearing a monocle, and a guy guy with an afro with lots of swag. Banging into each other on the floor. The afro guy blurts out,
Whoa, man! Who let that one rip?
Oh, you uncivilized.
two Texas women, ditzy best friends, start screaming.
Oh my God! What's happening? Are we gonna die? I'm too young to die. I know. I just got my manicure today.
Interior cockpit in space. The shuttle shakes violently. Lieutenant Charles is shocked. Trying desperately to steer the joystick. Dr. Drake bangs his head and is woozy, trying not to fall down.
Oh my God! The Earth just exploded!
I'm afraid so.
Are you okay, Doc? Stay with me!
Dr. Drake passes out onto the second joystick, pulling the ship off course. Interior passenger area space. The passengers are trying to get back to their feet. The ship suddenly has a violent jerk in one direction and then back in the other. They keep trying to stand up but fall down as the shuttle tilts back and forth. Interior cockpit space. Lieutenant Charles tries to keep the ship from spinning by pulling on his joystick. But silly Dr. Drake is using the second joystick to pull himself back up off the floor. The two men are pulling the shuttle back and forth, making it spin. Passenger area. The passengers fall back and forth as they roar around the ship. They're all feeling sick and trying not to throw up.
Get off that joystick, you idiot!
Dr. Drake follows the ground. Lieutenant Charles uses all his strength to hold the joystick. He finally stops from spinning and the shuttle stops shaking. There is a moment of calm.
That was a close one. I hope there's not an aftershock.
All the passengers are relieved. Some of them cheer and clap. Frenchman pushes the afro guy off him.
Finally! It's all over. And I'll have to keep getting crushed by Mr. Gangster.
Look, I'm standing right here. Thank you, Lord. We are not gonna die. Thank you, Lord. Once we get a base, we're all gonna get a manicure after all.
No. They are not through with us yet. Don't trust them, I tell you.
All at once there was another, even louder and more scary boom! It's an aftershock. They're thrown from one side of the ship to the other. The Frenchman and Afro guy bang into each other again.
Oh, that's just correct!
Suddenly the back hatch of the shuttle flies open and the passengers all cling to their seats, screaming, trying not to get sucked out of the hatch.
Doctor! Reach over and push the emergency hatch up now!
Still out of it, the doctor sits up from the floor and slams his fist on the button and falls right back down. The hatch unclosed and then it jams, leaving a gap.
Whoopsies. Looks like we have a bit of a problem, y'all.
Lieutenant Charles pulls on the joystick and looks worried. He turns and runs into the passenger area.
Why isn't the hatch closing?
Passenger area of spaceship, space.
Now, as you can tell, we have a problem. We need to crash land on a planet up ahead, but we might not make it because we're too far off course. Now, the ship won't steer unless we close that hatch in the back.
Oh, we're gonna die my nails.
Not if we get the hatch closed.
I'm not going back there or mess up my suit!
What if we make a chain?
One by one, all the passengers except Liam link hands and make a chain to the back of the ship. They are almost there, but need one person to reach the door.
Come on, man. Help or we're gonna die.
Liam thinks about it and finally decides to help. Holding on, he goes to the end of the chain and reaches for the door with one hand. He pulls on the door, but it won't close.
I need both my hands to pull.
Don't let go. You'll fly out. We'll hold your feet.
There's no time.
Liam lets go and flies out the hatch, pulling on it and clearing the jam. But he can't hold on, and he flies out into space forever. All the passengers sadly watch as the hatch closes.
Is it gonna
finally closes, and the passengers cheer. Wait a minute! Lieutenant Charles rushes back to the front to steer the ship.
Well, kids, it's time to bring this tour to an end. Brace for impact!
Tourist and crew crash land on a new planet. And now their challenge will be a struggle for survival and start a new colony.